There are two types of men. Those who have a strong instinct to provide, and those who want to be provided for. The majority of women that I speak to want the first type of man, but they end up attracting the second type of man. If your experience happens to be similar, then you're probably giving out the wrong energy. For example, if you start your conversations with, I am a strong, independent woman who is financially successful, goal-oriented, knows how to take care of themselves, don't really need anybody, etc., 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 the provider man who has a strong instinct to provide is going to look at her and say, wow, she's doing great on her own. So she doesn't really need me, so I'm just going to move along and maybe find somebody else. Meanwhile, the very dependent man, he's going to be drawn to you and he's going to say, wait a second, I think I just found myself a sugar mama. Which is not what you want. Unless, of course, you're looking for someone to play video games and keep the couch warm until you get home. Hey, honey, welcome home. What's for dinner? What have I been doing? Hello, I got to level 7. What have you been doing? What have I been doing? Give me a break. You may be wondering to yourself, who would live in this type of situation? Well, believe it or not, a lot of women do have this situation at home. They're working full time. The husband is not even looking for a job. There's no kids. And he's just chilling like a villain at home. And what do you call such a man? Well, some people call them house husbands.
Well, hello! Are you looking for a good house husband? Well, look no further because I'm going to tell you about myself. Now, if I want a certain lifestyle, I understand that I should contribute, so I'm open to working 50-50, but I'm more looking for a strong, independent woman who I can depend on. Now, if she had a protective instinct, someone willing to risk their life to protect me, that would be amazing! That would be hot! Also, I want a wife who stays calm when I get emotional and is not going to respond emotionally just because I'm emotional. I need her to be like my steady anchor when I'm all over the place. It'll be amazing if she had a strong instinct to lead. That way she can take the accountability of making the final decisions in tough situations. Of course, I'll be there by her side playing the supportive role. I am easy to work with and I'm very agreeable. I love you, honey bunny. Now, if you know such a person, please let me know. My friends tell me it's so hard finding someone these days because people are intimidated by my decorating skills. I don't know. But I'm willing to wait as long as it takes. Why? Because if it's meant for me, it will come. How do I know this? Because I have hope. Yep, I got hope. I got so much hope. So much hope has made me delusional. It's made me delusional. This made me so...
There are some really good men out there who have a strong instinct to provide. They don't mind being the main providers, taking on the majority of the responsibility, the accountability that comes with that. But if your wife has to be the main provider, not out of choice, but because she's forced into it, and then she has to take on the responsibility and the accountability and all the stress that comes with it, she's going to start resenting you after a while. Now, you'll notice that the successful husband and wife have figured it out. And you're probably wondering, what are they doing that's so special? Well, they have a balance between what the husband does and what the wife does. Each of them has been given specific responsibilities, accountabilities that fits their threshold. And when both husband and wife are within their limits, things happen to be really, really good. But if there's an imbalance of responsibilities and accountability for one side over another, then there seems to be unnecessary conflict. And that's usually because of selfishness. The challenge is when you're dealing with someone who happens to be more modern, selfish, and those modern marriage roles happen to be only attractive to the people who benefit from them. Yeah, the only people who benefit from them. So if you're like a traditional person and you're not benefiting from your modern husband or wife, then you're like, no thanks. If you want your spouse to be traditional, then you have to be more traditional as well. You can't be modern and expect your spouse to be traditional because it's imbalance. And imbalance is the way we got into this mess in the first place. In Islam, the husband and wife roles are defined and they're already balanced. And Allah does not put more burden upon our shoulders than we can bear. But if you leave it up to human beings to choose what's best, they're usually going to choose what's best for them, and that's why things tend to fail. And if we want success, then we have to follow what is successful, and nobody is more just, more fair than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is Ali reminding you just in case you forgot. This is Ali reminding you just in case you forgot.